Hello, hello, hello. Yes, hello. I am doing good, by the way. Thank you very much. Sorry. Just a second. Oh yeah, fair enough. What were you doing? Pretty late. Okay. Sorry. Silksong. Nice. Nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed that for sure. But anyways, yes. Welcome to the stream. Those new Dalah EP Bucks, dude. Welcome to streaming every day this year. Well, to be fair, we didn't hit our goals of February. However, we are going to hit that goal by the end of March. Today is day 60 of streaming every day. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. As per seemingly usual, we're going to be doing some art. Made it to the final boss. And and one of my playtesters for my GD level insulted the shit out of it. Damn. Bro got roasted. Roasted frog legs. Oh no. What's happening? Oh boy. Oh damn. 2 months. There we go. You should have an emote for drawing. I was kind of debating what I wanted to do. So maybe that sounds like a good idea. I kind of want to draw that emote. You know what? I'm feeling an emote day. Just something I'm feeling today. I had one that was basically done. I didn't finish it yet. Where was it? I'm better than one. Well done, well done. Good job. It is. Okay. A scare. Careless, I need to pull this up. Go. Okay. But yes, we're doing some art, and I'm just going to throw y'all up on the art section. We got our emote size here. Here, let me just pull this up, and I think we're actually just going to delete all this. Yeah. No. One more. Okay. So, a drawing emote. I like the sound of that. Draw. Oh. Drawing. Emote. I don't really know what this is looking like. Emote of drawing. Um Alright, I can't really find a emote drawing base for this, like a reference or anything. So we're just going all off the brain pan. Um, got the stylus. Something like that. I kind of like that. What do you think, Froggy? Like that? Oh. There we go. Yerp. Talking about my playtesters right now, so I'm gonna lurk a bit. All good. You have fun. So I have a D&D game in roughly about 3 hours. So to make sure that I have time to eat and all that, because I ain't eaten yet. I pretty much woke up an hour ago and started setting up for stream and all that. We'll probably go for about 2 hours again. 2 hours seems pretty fair for a drawing stream. I can get quite a bit of work done. But honestly, we'll also just see how far we go, because stream is always just vibes, you know what I mean? The vibes are really good, then we'll keep it up. But and maybe we'll give a little splotch of paint or something. Possible to make this bigger. It's very... You know what? Let's compare it. I want to see what this looks like in my chat. Where is that? Hmm. 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 So I was working. I was watching some more Hunter x Hunter with that React group I like. They're nice. They're like a little newlywed group. Well, I guess they're not even newlyweds anymore. They're just they're just married. Newlyweds is kind of like the first year or whatever. Pretty sure they've been married for a while. But yeah, and the part that I'm getting to is the staircase. In for damn long ride. But it's also got some of my favorite parts in the story. So, like, just spoilers for those who haven't watched it. Skip like 30 seconds ahead or whatever. The moment that the king is just sitting there over Mugi after the I think it's called like the dragon dive, that is such peak, and I want them to react to it. And I'm like, ooh, I want to know what you think of this. Like, I like these people, so I want to know what they think. It's already one of my favorite themes, and I'm thinking it's going to be one of theirs too. I always like it when people I like enjoy the things I like. Oh boy. My nose. I gotta, before I blow my nose, I have to mute myself real quick. And, okay. And, well then, we're going to start very simply with something like this. And oh, maybe 99 was pretty darn close. Yeah. And then nope, nope, that's not what I want. Um Would I want to put an outline around this? Or would I want to just leave it as is? I think we're gonna put an outline around it. That's just what I feel like doing. You know, maybe not even that dark of an outline, just like something like this. More like that. Very simple. Change it to normal. Give it maybe a 2. Give it a spread of 100. And yeah. Not terrible. Oh, I know it's missing. The opacity is still low. Opacity of 100. There we go. Then I'm going to go down here, fill in all these little crevices. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Sun will come out tomorrow. But bottom of tomorrow. Oh, I'm an idiot. I learned recently it's bet your bottom dollar, but for some reason It was always bet your bottom to me. I don't know why. I kind of prefer it. Bet your bottom. Alright, then we're going to go for a dark green for this blanket here. We're going to use this guy. Perfect. We're just going to go up, turn this down, and like so. Get some lines like that. Lines like that. Oh! Hey, Penna, how's it going? Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome, 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 welcome. How are we doing? I'm Dalah, your favorite EP box dude. Thank you, Penna, for the raid. We are just doing some art. What were you guys up to? Hope you're having a good day. And yeah. If anybody needs to raid and run, all good. Absolutely understand. You gotta take care of yourself. You know, I do it myself all the time, you know. More coming. Hey, the fabled fool Jeff in the panorama raiding me. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe I'll say that again. Hello, I'm Dalah, comfy box head guy. Welcome in. Thank you, fabled fool Jeff, for the raid. I appreciate that. Again, we're just doing some art. What were you guys up to? I'm guessing that this is double. No, I don't want to. I want to shut up, not raid. We're going raid Panorama to, or we're going shout out Panorama to basically themselves. If you were raided with Panorama and you are following Panorama, I don't know how that happened, but go follow them. Was I not raiding? Or was I not following you? What? Did it workies? Did what workies? The raid? Follow. Yes, the raid worked. And I very much appreciate you stopping by. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. I know you're doing good, but might as well say. Yeah, we're just working on some art. Just having a chill day. Not a super long stream. I'm gonna have to go in about an hour and a half. Doing fine, just tired. Nice. Tired is lame, but we've all been there, you know. We're all very EP boxes here, so we definitely get the tired. Once again, though, if anybody needs to raid and run, I absolutely understand. You gotta take care of yourself. Totally cool. Or even if you just don't want to really hang out today, that's all fine. As long as you guys are taking care of yourselves, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah. We're just working on this emote today. Figure we'd make a point of doing a couple emotes. Haven't done that in a minute. I was requested to have a drawing emote, so this is what I was working on. Ooh. Okay, and we're just going to give us our black void eyes here. How do we want to do this? What size is this? Come on. Come on. Oh, I oversized it. God damn it. That's fine. Up. And we'll just have like a darker red for tongue. Sticking tongue out. I have one for that. Like this one. Did I do it? No. That's dead eyes. This one. Yeah. Ah. Stick tongue out. But yeah. I really gotta get a little better at remembering those. They're pretty simple. We're just going real quick for just a second here. That looks a little bit terrifying, but we're going to make it a little bit better. There we go. That's not bad. I like that. I had an idea for some, paint on the face. Maybe a little bit of this. And, I don't know. Something in between. We'll do something like that. Well, that's pretty close to the box coloring, actually. So we'll do something like this. A little bit of color there. And then I want to have this on a separate layer. Yeah. This is basically what my stylus looks like, so pretty accurate actually. Like so. And there we go. Something like that. Okay. Then I think. Okay. I think I know what I'm doing. Oh. Here, you know what? This will do. This is better. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to do for a drawing emote. Because you look up drawing emote, and you only get people looking to make emotes for commission. So, or like a bunch of miscellaneous reference, right? I'm just going to save this so I can then import it. Draw. PNG. There we go. Because potentially I want to be able to turn this into like an animated emote, so I don't want to get rid of these backgrounds. Merge these though. And we'll just group these together. Yeah, I almost forgot to add these. I want a little bit of white glow around them. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like a little white outline. Because when it is on a dark background, like Twitch, or any of the other platforms, you know, because, you know, there are other platforms that I stream on, but they all go with a kind of black ground. Then looks a little bit like that. Just imagine it kind of more black and purplish for Twitch. I might turn it down to 1 pixel size though. That looks better, I think. Looks better to me, at the very least. We'll clean up these lines here with a little bit of something, something. Because the way an outer glow works is just a simple tool I do so I don't have to outline, you know, stuff like this with a white. Is if you look, there's this lighter color here. That's just a trace of like drawing across in the middle here. It affects these pixels, and then these pixels create a glow, not just the center ones that I want. And that makes it so that basically you can kind of fucked up. Kinda messed up, man. Yeah. Ooh, I was not thinking about that. Alright. We're just going to close this for just a second. Nope. And then we're going to go up here. Just going to adjust our colors a bit. Luckily, it's just black. Just black colors. We need to switch out a little bit. There we go. Go. There you go. For now, I'll erase under here. Potentially, if I were to do this as an animated emote, I'd have this guy going sort of back and forth, right? As you know, you're drawing a little bit. But we don't need that. So. No. Where is our color palette reference? We'll grab this one. This one's one of my favorites. Hell yeah. That should be a fairly fine green for our little blankie. A blankie. A double raid, Froggy. We got twice the raids. Speaking of which, Mr. Fabled Fool Jeff, for some reason you can't like repeatedly shout out people, so that is why I am only now shouting you out, because it has like a 10-minute cooldown or something like that. 10 or 5 minutes, somewhere in there. Fabled Fool Jeff. Yes. Make sure everybody is following the Jeff We love the Jeff here. My name's Jeff. I apologize. I am not entirely sure if I'm awake yet. I'm curious about something. No. Okay. I wanted to see if you could put emotes and titles on streams. Which would be cool, but no. Twitch decided to be lame on that. I just made like 4 different Hollow Knight OCs. Nice. Are they connected in some way, or just I have this idea and I have that idea? All 4 being vessels? Well, of course. And then we're going to pull up Fox again. One of them is a part of the Grim Troop. Oh! Another is infected by lifeblood. Right, that was a thing. That is a thing that, can happen. I believe. Remember hearing about that. The, lost kin or something. There's some sort of thing that happens there. What about the last 2? I'm curious. You got me curious now, Froggy. None have names yet. The other 2 are just hunters in their perspective area. Ah, fair enough. Yes, chaos. Indeed. Burnt box. And then I'm going to go up a layer, actually, for the stylus. Stylus. The stylist pen must be a grey color, because mine is a grey color, and that just makes sense. 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 My flute swab got here. Oh, nice. I don't know what a flute swab is, but I imagine it's a swab for your flute. If I had to guess. Yeah. Waiting times like that can be painful. Used to clean the inside of the flute. Fascinating. Truly a wonder. It is actually quite impressive how we have made like tools for that. Or generally humanity has. Just the small things like that are interesting. You made a instrument that when you push your breath heartily through, it creates lovely sounds to your ears, which are a whole fascination of stuff that we've found out about ears, you know. But then you must have the instrument to clean such an instrument, and you must have the instrument to tune such an instrument. All that. I find the idea of how many processes just humanity has figured out or stumbled upon in that way. I just find that super interesting to me. Super interesting. I'm not really sure why. I just kind of love it. There we go. And might as well. Oh, I get it. I get the issue now. And then we're going to go for maybe a nice little lighter color here. Now, let's see. I'll go for this sort of darkish red color. Hold on. I think I'm onto something here. I'm writing the lore video. I'm writing the lore for the video game I'm making. And I might be cooking something up. Ooh, I love it when that happens. When you know that you are cooking with some writing, you know you're cooking, and you're just like, ooh, the ideas, they're flowing into my head. And it's just so good. Shower thought. Indeed, indeed. I don't like that. I want to find a pleasing color. What about this? Not bad. Yeah, that's not bad at all. And then we're just going to do some shading. 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 Baden. Hurricaning. Oh. Nope. Lower that. Nice and low, like over there. And then we're going to go to you. Very good, very good, very good. And we're just gonna go like this, this. Very good, very good, very good. Grab this color. Oh. What's the other one? There. Boop, boop. Good. That is a drawing emote right there. I was sitting in the shower yesterday. For whatever reason, the shower gives me insane ideas for lore and designs for characters. Yeah, for me, it's sleep, and it's oh, what is it? It's eating. It's eating thoughts and sleepy thoughts that really give me my good ideas. Like just before bed and while I'm eating, best time for my creative thought. Or just a little bit. If I did that. I don't think when I sleep, I literally just shut down. My mind goes blank. I'm pretty much just a hollow shell at that moment. I had a really good idea for a story just out of a dream. It was just like the first chapter just popped into my head as a dream. And where is it? It will be back a little ways. I haven't worked on it in a minute. Dungeon Invitation, no. Descendant Star, no. Event, no. No. Nope. Battle Witch Resonance. So basically, the story or the dream was that there was this little kid, and he was playing on a park, like a park set, and it was actually the same park set that I have near my house. And he looked over to the left, I guess, and where there's like this big old baseball field, instead there was like this huge kind of, it was kind of a baseball field, but it was like more dirty, more dirt, right? Is the one I have is like more grassy. But he looks over and he sees like an adult man in a robe, making some drawings in the sand, and he's clapping his hands and he's putting his hands against the drawings. And then he moves on and he does another drawing and he does the clapping and whatever. So the 12-year-old boy, I decided he was 12. His name is, what's his name? Ryan Kipling is his name. But he approaches the man and he asks what he's doing. And he's just sort of doing whatever. And basically the man says he's making sigils. And the boy asks if he can join in, right? Very simple. Just a second here, actually. I want to try to document this. PNG this. But the boy asks if he can join in, right? And the man kind of looks at him and is like, alright, I'll play along with the kid, right? And so the boy just sort of starts copying what the man is doing. And, you know, the man asks, what's your name, boy? Says Ryan Kipling. And the man responds, his name is Edgar Kearse. Which is a fun little name I like. I don't know, I came up with it. I was like, that is a cool name. I like it. Just make sure that we have this guy. We do. Here, you know what? I'm going to even go as far. Kind of, yeah. His name is indeed Edgar, so. But yes. So look. That's not bad actually. I like that. But basically the boy says he lives just down the street from the park. And then the boy draws a small circle with 3 rings and a star inside, right? And the man says, impressive, but... And he's interrupted, as the boy says, and then... Clap. and he puts his hands on the ground. Nothing obviously happens, and the boy must leave to go home, but the man looks at the circle, and there's a small red spark. My dreams can get kind of dark sometimes. So the boy lives in an abusive household. His stepfather beats his mother, who has bruises. And he goes to sleep, with some kind of night terrors, and he has a nightmare. But in the middle of the night, he wakes up and looks out his window to a big rumble. See the man again in that park, which he can see from his house. He's like living right beside the park. And he sees a gigantic, like, horse thing. Like a 50-foot tall black shadow horse. And it is in the middle of a huge red glowing circle. And the kid runs out to see what's happening. Man tells the kid to stay back. That the nightmare has been summoned. A pitch black horse with oily tendrils standing as big as 50 feet at their most powerful, feeding on dreams to grow in strength. This one is about 50 feet tall. Sorry, they grow 100 feet at their most powerful. This one is 50 feet. Yes. Nightmares cause nightmares. This one has been plaguing the families around the park and the boy. The man is captured by the witch, or the horse. He is a witch, by the way. And the witch tells the boy to clasp his hands and slam them on the casting circle. Because basically he is captured and he can't do it himself right now. After some convincing, the boy does so, finding himself in pain, but getting the nightmare to let go of the witch. The witch uses a stronger version of the spell and defeats the nightmares. The kid is happy, but passes out on the ground. Witch scoops him up and stares at him. The boy wakes up in his bed to find his parents happy and basically different people. The boy runs out, looking for the witch again, and he finds him, walking away from the park. And the boy runs out and asks the witch, if he did that to his parents, essentially, and says thank you, because honestly, he would rather have happy parents, and he's 12 years old, so he doesn't really get the complicatedness of turning somebody into a different person, essentially. And the witch turns and he says, "Boy, become my disciple. You have potential as an exorcist." And that was where the first chapter ended. And then the second chapter starts the family troubles arc, where, there's a whole bunch to this story. Anyways, I want to continue doing these emotes. It's been fun. So and you know what? We're even going to do this. Actually going to do this. gonna go up here. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna go here. There we go. Such an innocent looking box wrote that story. Oh, you think I'm innocent? Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's funny. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Sorry. That makes me chuckle. That makes me chuckle. It's possible. It's possible. A little bit of evil laughter. Okay. So, what kind of emote should we do next? Empty box. Feels that way sometimes. Alright. Because we like the head pats. Head pat emote. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know what? We're gonna keep that around and just do this. Just a little bit. Yes, the head pat. But yeah. Man, why are you bunking me? May it be the drunk frog in the story? You know what? I will give the boy a drunk frog as a familiar. I like that idea. Vertical. There we go. Ryan's familiar is a drunk frog. I like that idea. Let's go. And now stories. This is a story in the Spirit Verse. Battle Witch Resonance. I took a screenshot of your message, and I will remember to give a little bit of credits. Special credit. Buggy. There you go. because I probably can, I might just tell a little bit of this story, because I actually quite like the opening chapters. I think they're quite interesting. And complex in their way. Something you might notice about the way I write is I do, try and tackle like real issues. Like, what's it like growing up in a abusive household? What's the kind of idea of this or that? A bedtime story is what that is. It is technically a bedtime story. I made it in my bedtime. Yeah. I'll continue a little bit with this arc. I'll go through the first chapter and the pitch of the story. The Family Troubles arc is where we meet the main female lead of this story. Yeah, that's fair. Here, you know what? I'm going to need to do this. Oh, you know what? Fuck. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. But yeah, I also had a dream about this, and I'll tell you when I get to the part that I had the dream about. I like that. I like the looks of that. There we go. But basically, our big boy Edgar is commissioned by a lady to deal with the bad spirits in a woman's house, and he takes his new disciple, Ryan, to the house, right? Oh, who did we get? We got hypnotic arch work letters and then a number. But yeah, the energies have been noted as being strongest in the daughter's room, but she was out, so it was alright to go in. They go in, and of course, the young prepubescent boy is nervous and flustered at being in a girl's room, and the witch seems to notice something, but doesn't say anything. The witch tells the boy to practice making circles. Okay, this is the part that I had a dream about. Basically, I had a dream that there was this circular putty thing that you could kind of form with your hands. You could kind of mold it and practice making circles that way. So basically, the boy is told to do some of that. Specifically, the witch tells the boy to practice making circles in an elastic dough-like substance, and tells the boy he will be responsible for this job. The boy does not like this. The daughter walks in and asks, "What's going on?" angrily. Mother explains that she hired, some exorcists. Basically, she seems kind of religious in, like, that way of, oh, I'm going to hold these beads and it will purify the spirit. Like, she kind of seems to believe in that, but in this world that seems to almost kind of be real in a way. Here, I'm gonna these up. I just got a warning that an addiction to Formula One will include hibernation during winter and sudden violence if kept from the TV during race weekends. Nice, nice. And yeah, the witch notices again something mid-explanation of the mother. The daughter seems extremely annoyed, but eventually begrudgingly accepts, saying, "Dad would never have been okay with this." She was just leaving and grabs her stuff, leaning over the boy, which flusters him. The boy practices as the witch says that this will take 3 days. The mother says they have a guest room, but only one, to which the witch says, "It's fine, he won't be staying long, the boy will take the room." And the boy is completely shocked by this, as he's basically getting abandoned by his teacher, in this lady's house. So he sort of shouts, "What?" Classic. I quite like this emote, actually. This is cute. This is cute. I like this. Aww. But yeah, then we get a short montage. We see the boy working on his, plaster stuff. There we go. The boy walking in on the daughter as she does her hair in the morning. Just nothing lewd. Just he just walks in and she's just like fucking with her hair in her pajamas or something. The mother gives the boy and the witch tea at the table. We see the boy again practicing and nothing happens as he's disappointed. And we see the girl watching, slightly curious as she leaves. The girl has curlers in her hair and is wearing a towel as she's basically getting ready. And she seems to be basically fucking with the kid, like messing with him or whatever. And she basically says, "Don't look," as she's going to get changed in a room where they have to do their work. And the boy shouts very loudly that he wouldn't, surprising the girl by the volume, who stares at him with an annoyed face. Fine. And the girl leaves. The teacher then comes in and says, "Time to go." And that's the end of the second chapter. Pretty simple chapter, but whatever. The boy we open the next chapter, the third chapter, which is, this is basically like the opening 3 chapters that I would probably release to wherever once I finish drawing them. Well, figure I can just tell people about him. The boy is being princess carried by Edgar, asking if he has to be carried. To which the boy, or Edgar, asks, "Can you leap between rooftops at the speed of a car?" Quiet for a moment. No. But then they ask, "Why are we following the daughter?" And the witch, Edgar, says, "What did you notice that was different from the house, between the house and the park?" Basically, the girl is in a car, and they're following her secretly. But Edgar asks, "What did you notice that was different about the house from the park?" And the boy is like, I don't know. It was less stuffy in the house? Right. Would a horse have 1 horsepower? Yes. Yes. There's... And the Edgar clarifies. What if it had 2? Well, then it did that thing where it absorbed its twin in like the womb or whatever. That's how. And Edgar says, "There's no ghost haunting that house. There's a spirit haunting the girl." I believe that is called... Let me just make sure. Person. I was going with poltergeist, but I think that's for a house. I do believe. Anyways, the girl who is like 14, 15 meets with her, in quotes, boyfriend, who is also in quotes 17, with his group, who are 16 to 18-year-olds. Basically, he's hanging out with older kids and like whatever, right? That night, the boyfriend tries to sleep with her, even when she's kind of not into it, not sure if she's, ready to take that, whatever. And a spirit comes out of her to attack the boyfriend, which is when the witch must step in. Conflict. We learn the girl is followed by the spirit of her dead father. And, she seems to have some issues around her dead dad. And basically, the spirit starts getting corrupted within her as she absorbs her father's spirit. And Edgar's thinks, damn it, I was wrong. It was a revenant. Which is like a dead person. a dead person ghost. And basically, Edgar thinks, all right, I need to kill them both. However, luckily, there is someone present who does not want this, as Ryan grabs Edgar's arm and says, I want to help her. And we see Edgar just stare down at him, and he's like, he seems to not want that, but he also, it seems like a moment where he's heard this before. You know what I mean? And he says, fine. If that's what you truly want, we can try. And we see Edgar standing beside Ryan. You'll have to do exactly what I say. And that is the end of the third chapter. Basically, they go on to help the girl, presumably. Also, for reference, the spirit is like a fire spirit, so it kind of looks cool. I don't know. I had some reference for it. Where on earth was the reference? Also, for reference, or for knowledge or whatever, knowledge for knowledge's sakes, the girl's name is Trisha. Yeah, where is the spirit? Right, I think I made the spirit a bird. Like a phoenix. Like bird. Oh, poor Froggy. Poor Froggy. Okay, okay. We'll stop talking about that. But yeah, eventually. Here, I will continue one last part of it. I won't say exactly how it happens because it's not fully written out yet. But basically, Edgar says he'll alter the girl's memories, which the boy opposes, as he says she deserves to know what happened to her father and say goodbye. The girl supports this idea, and the witch, you know, he's not happy about this again, but he says he can't let a girl like her walk around with no control over that much power. So instead, he'll make her his second disciple. And then we have the school arc, of course. Also, this is a fun little tease as well. The boyfriend disappears, leaving the group confused about where they are, what they were doing there, and potentially who they are. Most of all, they have no idea who the boyfriend was. Fun little tease at that. Should I? No. I won't say who the boyfriend is. I kind of want to, but I won't. Get exactly who he is. Now I'm thinking about it. Well, who was he? I want to know, but I'm not going to tell you. Right. I remember. I remember what you are. Man is kind, a bit naive, but uncompromising in his values, speaking up on them even when his legs are shaking. Ryan was created with the idea of harmony with the world around him. Little is known about his early life. Ryan seems to have grown up in a physically abusive household with strict to absent parent. Yes. Then we have Trisha Mendoza. Edgar Kearse. Who else do we have here? Do we have any names? No. We don't have many names right now. But yeah, I think I want to get back to that story actually when I have the chance. Okay. And we're just going to do this. Yeah, the story is inspired by particularly Blue Exorcist, and there's one other one. I think I wrote down its inspirations. Blue Exorcist and what was it called? I know there's another one that's called Elicide, the webtoon, and Edgar Kearse is very much inspired by Caden. For reference, let me show you what Edgar Kearse looks like. Good one, and then where's his robe? He has a robe look too. Where is it? This one? some reason I can't find his robed look. But I can find what his casual look looks like. And basically like this guy. And this guy. These are kind of my inspirations for Edgar Kearse. At least his appearance-wise. I don't know whose art this is because I found it and it was like cut out. Because I don't know what someone who does that thinks. But yes. Those are the references for those characters. Or that character. Right, it also has a little bit of inspiration from Jujutsu Kaisen. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. I'm gonna send you a picture of a Grim Troop OC I made. Nice. Yeah, that'll be the vessel guy, right? That you're talking about? Here. I'll look at it. Let's see. Oh, that looks cool. I like that. What's going on behind him there? That's his cape, I'm thinking. Maybe. I think. That is cape? Yeah. Just a background? Okay. Okay, I get it. Oh, right. I'll have to do this a bit. And then we're just going to go down a little bit. We're just gonna do something like this. Oh, they have little red wings. Oh, okay. I get what you mean. I get it now. I've also been watching Steven Universe again with a reaction crew. I'm watching I think it's a 16-hour compilation of their entire binge watch of Steven Universe, and I am 4 hours in on the second season or whatever. Good show. I'm gonna buy the entire JJK manga because I'm bored. I wish I had that kind of money. That's an expensive series to buy. Hmm. I actually want to see the price first. Yeah, I think each book is like 20 bucks. 20, 30 bucks. And there's like 60 of them or something. Not 60, but like probably closer to like 30. Yeah. Yeah. Expensive as shit. I can give you some good sites to read it on if you want. Yeah, sure. I encourage ad block. But yeah. Because the only real people who work with who like put ads on pirating sites is usually porn and like mobile games. So, but yeah, I can give you a good site for that. I also got a good ad block if you want. I use Pi. Supposedly you can get money out of it, but I don't really care. Sounds like a kind of honey type scam to me, but Yeah, I'll send that to you probably in the next 20 minutes here, because we'll probably raid out pretty quick here. I have to get going. Get going. Whoa! The Sashiv! Hello! How's the Sashiv, homie? Shut up. I get you yelled at. Sashiv. Nope. Muscadet. How you doing? Make sure everybody's following the Sashiv. I'm sure everybody already is. Great homie, great homie. Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? See, maximum box pets. Indeed, indeed. We will have emotes for it soon. Alright, sounds good. How you been? What you been up to? Been a minute. Glad to see you. Okay, like that. Glow, just a little bit of glow. Nope. There. There. Yeah. And that is a box. That is a head pet box. Right there. We are going to grab the head pet. Go. Nope. And then we're going to that right there. Oh, aren't you all just so kind? Oh, head pet in the box. So nice, so nice. But yes, I do think that will be it. That will be it for now. Yeah, I do have to figure out what the fuck I'm eating before I head out for the rest of the day. Sorry, just a second. Need to blow the nose. Apologies. But yes, you're probably going right out. Thank you everybody for your support today. Chatters, lurkers, friendos, raiders, of course. We got a good old double raid today. That was very nice of those peeps. The Fabled Fool and the Panorama. Make sure you're checking them out. Make sure you're following them. But yes, we are going to go find somebody to raid. I will also take suggestions, but for now, need to find somebody for this. Alright, I think I have somebody. I'll give it a quick 10 seconds before we run off, but yeah. Alright. Let's give it 5 seconds here. Alright. We're going to raid the quarry. Why is /raid being weird? /raid. There we go. Always want to show the support to the fellow box homie. Corey. Oh, the Corey. 3D. Make sure you're going and showing your support, as you did to me today. I'd really appreciate it. But yes. Oop. Sorry, just quiet right now. But yes, hope everybody enjoyed the stream. And if by the end of time here you want to hang out, drop a follow. We're very happy to have you. But finally, my cardboard crusaders, my boxer family, my lovely legionnaires. Good time zone. Ooh. Got caught in the middle of an ad. Do I want to raid in the middle of an ad? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna wait like 10 seconds. Then we're on raid. But yes, thank you very much. And of course, we got to say at the end of the day, bye. Love you!